Amazing people, I welcome you in this great channel. If it's your first time and you like what I do here, please do not hesitate to subscribe and put your notification bell so that you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. I present to you information across the globe, especially what is happening in Nigeria. I appreciate your massive support. Please, after watching, if you like what you watch, subscribe, put on your notification bell so that you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. The way I present the news, I analyze it first because sometimes I hear a lot of you saying you talk too much. At least I need to introduce the video so that you will have an insight of what you are about to watch. Then later we'll sit down there, we'll watch the video together, we'll go to the comment section. As we all are entitled to our opinion, we'll drop our opinion or whatever we think about the video and reach to the conclusion as we watch this video together now.
Mr. President,
Go ahead.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, yesterday, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Abuja experienced rainfall. And the issue of the rainfall, as it happened yesterday, which was heavy, was reported in various media. However, when I listened to the reportage from the channel's television yesterday, there were many issues that were raised in their report that I felt has impinged upon my privilege and perhaps, and of course, the privilege of my colleagues. In that report yesterday, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, 3 things were reported which were very, very inaccurate. That there was heavy downpour or leakage even in the chamber. That was not correct. There was leakage, of course, around the premises, outside the chamber. And also it was reported that because of that leakage, it delayed our sitting. That also was not correct. The leadership had housekeeping matters, and of course, until the leadership comes into the chamber, sitting will not begin. So that was the only thing. Thirdly, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, and the most critical, was that they reported the leadership as approving the sum of 37 billion for rehabilitation of the complex. This is nothing further than the truth. As we all know, when we came on board as the Ninth Senate, the leadership, of course, noticed the level of dilapidation and the need for rehabilitation of the National Assembly complex. The Senate President and the Speaker, of course, approached Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, to report this matter. And we all knew, we were all briefed, that Mr. President was willing, ready to ensure that something is done about it. At the end of the day, like we all know, when the sum of 37 billion was made as provision in the initial 2020 budget, the media went to town castigating and calling the National Assembly members all kinds of names. Now, at the end of the day, like we all knew, of course, the pandemic came, and at the end of the day, that amount was reduced to about 9 billion so that they can take the rehabilitation in phases. As we speak, nothing has been done until yesterday, like we all saw, the leakage across the complex. This is a vindication of what the leadership and indeed the Senate and members of the House of Representatives saw with respect to this edifice, which is a national monument. This is the House of Nigerians, and I believe it is also the face and symbol of our democracy. And we believe as responsible tenants, because we are all tenants here, we have our time, we live. We believe whatever it is, we have a duty to report back to the concerned authority. In this case, the FCDA or the FCTA authority are responsible for the buildings. This we did. So I felt by that reportage, if you follow what was being reported or comments being made in the social media arising from that report alone, it stops at, they will just tell you last year 2020, the leadership approved 37 billion, and then they will show rain falling. The entire report was done to denigrate our integrity and to actually impugn on whatever it is that we stand for. I felt by that reportage, my privilege was breached, and I believe the privilege of my colleagues were breached. That is the point of.
I want to assure Nigerians here is that we are not going to be frivolously supporting or approving loans for the executive arm of government. Whenever we have to approve any loan, we have to insist on the details of what projects will be funded for those by those loans. We have to look at the conditions that are attached to the loans. There must be favorable conditions before we approve, and we will be up to date with our oversight to ensure that what we have approved is directly deployed and on those projects that we have also approved for implementation. So we will not be frivolous, and we will not take it lightly to just approve any loan. And our options are really very limited as a country. First, we don't have the necessary revenues. Nigeria is poor. We shouldn't deceive ourselves. Nigeria is not rich. Given the circumstances we live in, given the challenges we have, our resources are so low, our revenues are so low, and therefore the option of not doing anything, just to sit because we have no money, we shouldn't go for infrastructure development, is not even an option worthy of consideration. You cannot keep the economy stagnant. Two, you cannot, in my view and judgment, tax Nigerians further for you to raise the money for infrastructure development. Other countries do that, but we have serious situation across the country. So you cannot put taxes on people. The other option is public-private partnership. You need to create the environment to attract investors to come into your country. Because of the security challenges we face today, not many investors would like to come to Nigeria. In fact, even those inside Nigeria may not like to invest properly in this sector of infrastructure development. So the only option left is for us to borrow responsibly, utilize prudently and economically, and ensure that the projects are self-sustaining, that they can pay back the loans, that Nigerian economy will benefit from the implementation of such infrastructure development. So that is the only option we have. And I believe that Nigerians will understand. Of course, it's not desirable. It's not something that we like to. No Nigerian would like to have. In fact, even an individual would not like to be on loan. But when you have to, when you must, then you have to. And I want to be very practical here, that we do so with that feeling of this is our country, we must move forward, we must provide the enabling environment for our economy to grow and Nigeria to develop. So there are really series of issues that we discussed with Mr. President, and Mr. President has always shown his support for the National Assembly and respect for the members of the National Assembly, and I believe that he will always be there to ensure that those people manning the side of the executive.
For watching this video together with me. Like I said before, if you like this channel, if you like what you just watched, if you like what is happening here, please do not hesitate to subscribe. Put on your notification bell. Keep on watching God Loves You channel, because you are going to be getting information on daily basis about what is happening in the world and in Nigeria and in Biafra land. Thank you so much. I appreciate your massive support in this channel. May God Almighty continue to bless each and every one of you. Bye bye until we meet again.